The #1 overall pick in this year's draft, Paolo Banchero, has yet to disappoint. Though his Orlando Magic are 0-4, he's looked the part. On Wednesday, they were in Cleveland to take on Donovan Mitchell and the Cavaliers, and early on, these guys were going at it. How about Jared Allen throwing it down? On the other end, it's Banchero attacking the rim and using the left. Mitchell with a response, going between his legs, heading to the rim. Banchero, though, going right at Mitchell. So many different ways to score the rock. Banchero seems to be one of the great ones. 20 points or more in his first 5 games. He's going to miss there, but Bo on the putback. We got a 2-point game in the second. Cole Anthony driving and scoring right before the half. Look at Mitchell track down a loose ball and throw it down with some emphasis. 54-50 is your halftime score in favor of Cleveland. In the third quarter, Franz Wagner with a little bit of a step back. 22-5-5 for Wagner. On the other end, all-star Jared Allen getting to the money. Cavaliers up by 9, looking to give away. Another young gunner, Evan Mobley, drilling the jump shot of a ball. That is not an easy task, by the way. Banchero, probably his best game to date. Starting to get more efficient, by the way. 29 points, 8 boards for Banchero. Magic in a tight win here. But when it's winning time, the Cavaliers just showed a little bit of that age that they got on that roster. Mitchell had 14 points. Mobley led the team in scoring with 22 points as he gets a grown man deuce right there. The Magic are 0-5. The Cleveland Cavaliers improved to 3-1. By the way, doing this without Darius Garland right now. 103-92 is your final from the land. Yeah, Paolo Banchero's off to a phenomenal start to kick off his career. He becomes just the 7th player in NBA history to start his career with 5 straight 20-point games. He joins an elite list that includes Wilt Chamberlain, Grant Hill, Dominique Wilkins, and the Big O. Paolo Banchero is phenomenal. I brought this up in another video where Jabari Smith and Jalen Green seem to have some words for each other on that Houston Rockets bench. I brought this up. I said, Banchero, to me, being in Orlando, it gives him the opportunity to just figure it out on the court. And he's got so many moves at his disposal. He's just figuring out the speed of the game of basketball. And it's slowing down game by game. You can literally see him getting better every game. Being in Orlando, he'll probably lose a lot of games. They might not ever figure it out. They usually don't get that #1 pick. Being in Orlando, he'll probably lose a lot of games, but I think he'll be a fine player. And we'll see, when it's contract extension time, will a guy like Banchero not take that rookie max extension and say, hey, all right, I'll play in Orlando. I'll get my money back from the Jordan brand or whatever, and then maybe go somewhere else. Hopefully the Magic can put a good product around him so that doesn't happen. We shall see. In Houston, though, you're going to have to fight for those shots. Jalen Green believes the world of himself. So does Jabari Smith. They should. Both of these guys are phenomenally talented. The Rockets probably will win a few more games, but I like what Orlando's doing right now. This season, at least, they're competing, and it's because Banchero is a difference maker on a court. He can shoot. He's not going to be one of these guys, once he figures it out, that's going 3 for 10, 3 for 12, Luka Doncic from the three-point line, LeBron from the three-point line. He ain't going to be missing 8 or 9 threes a game. He's going to be more like Carmelo Anthony in Denver once he figures it out. That's who I look at when I see him. I see a lot of Carmelo Anthony in his game. When I watched Banchero the first time at Duke, I said, oh, my God, he's got it. I watched him the first game, and ironically, I believe it was like a cramp game. He couldn't stay on the court because he was cramping a lot, but I saw him, and I was like, oh, he's got it. That's the #1 pick. I knew it. When I know, I know. And every 2-3 years, you just know that's the #1 pick. When I watched him, the first 5 minutes, he made a move, and I said, oh, there it is. He'll be #1 in a few months. Now, going into the draft, it looked like Jabari Smith had stole that spot. He was phenomenal at Auburn last year. But Banchero, I believe Orlando made the right decision. He's the Carmelo Anthony of this class. He's the guy that can just get you a bucket no matter what. That size is just going to be tough to defend. He is going to be a matchup nightmare for 15 years to come. Banchero off to a phenomenal start to his very young career. He's got the Magic competing in games they got no business competing in right now.